When you're ready to actually add content or text and the hyperlinks and links to documents and things on your page, you'll want to come to your page, lock and edit. I'm going to scroll down to the editor area, and you notice I've already got some text in here, and that's because I want to concentrate initially on the basic page structure and how your page should be laid out, all pages. In this particular area, you can, to edit this text or to get into it, even if it's blank, you have a button here that says Show Editor, and that will open a new window which looks very much like a word processing program. Or you can just double click. I'm going to pause out here. You can double click in that area and it will open the box up too. So for right now, click on Show Editor. Like I said, it looks pretty much like a basic word processing program. But I really just want to concentrate on the structure for right now. So don't panic that there's already stuff here and you didn't see it put in. That'll come later. I want you to see the basic overall structure, best way to head up your pages, things like that. Not too difficult, but you need to understand. Now notice at the top of the page, and I've marked these as headings. You don't have to do that. I did that specifically for training purposes. At the top, I've got a subject, and this subject, I'm going to just click on it. It is a heading 2. Remember your heading at the top of your page? That's a heading 1. So pretty much you don't really want to use a heading 1 anywhere else on the page. It's going to go heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, on down the line. So using that approach, I have chosen this as heading 2 because it's underneath of the main heading. And like I said, this is just showing an example. I have information, and this is just Latin text that kind of fills in the void, so I didn't have to do a lot of typing. This is information. This paragraph right here will be information that relates directly to this main heading up here, heading 2. Now, since heading 2 is how to apply, whatever your subject matter is, this information should give something about why they need to know about how to apply. Now, from here on down, there's like 2 processes that they need to complete. It's to complete an application, and since it is a subject under how to apply, I've made that a heading 3, as you can see over here. And then you'll have the content here that relates to this heading, whatever it is. Then notice here I have options, which is a heading 4, because it says complete an application. Then down here I've given some options on that process to complete it online or complete a paper application. So this heading and this content relates directly to completing an application. So it will be heading 4, and this will be text that relates strictly to this heading. I hope this makes sense. It's kind of like outline format. You just want to keep it in outline format. I will show you how to create all these headings and how to do the text, but just realize that you must have the flow in place. Now notice here, this is a heading 3 because providing transcripts is part of the how to apply process. So it will be under this, and that information is under how to apply. Now, here's a new heading. It's a heading 2. I jumped from heading 3 back to heading 2, and that is because this is a new subject. How to apply was my first one. Everything from here up relates to how to apply. So all of that information must kind of be categorized by using the headings in kind of an outline format. Now I've got a new subject matter here, how to enroll in classes. So I put that there and added my text, which relates directly to how to enroll in classes, and how to drop a class, which is again different than how to enroll. So it's got its own heading, heading 2, and the information on how to do that is here. Okay, now, and I'll tell you too, you could start out, actually you could start out with heading 3 if you wanted to. And then this would be a heading 4, and this would be a heading 5, and this would be a heading 4. You know, you don't have to use the large, but really it's consistent to start out with a heading 2. Okay, at the bottom, and this will depend on the type page you have. If it's an office or a department that you're maintaining their page, definitely want to put a contact information heading. Definitely want to put the contact information on the page. And this in particular is a required format. Now you can play with these formats up here and do different things with them, but when you get to a contact information section, it's set down in the branding standards. So this is pretty much the way you want to do it, have to do it. You will have this first line, whatever office will be the second line. You can have add a person in here, say, whoever the dean is, like Dale Buckles, skip a line, Dean of Student Affairs. Next line will be admissions office, and fill more information in there. But this is absolutely required. You want the building, what floor, and the room in this format. The address, the mailing address, and phone number or phone numbers. Notice the phone number is here, and it also gives the toll-free with the proper extension. If there is a person that is to be contacted in that department, if they are like the first line of contact, you would want to put them in here with their email address. And then at the bottom of the page, of every page that you maintain, please put a little statement as this page is maintained by whoever it is. Now that makes it easy for me. If I go to a page and I see a problem, I can scroll down the bottom and hit the email address link and immediately send an email and say, hey, the page has a problem, would you mind correcting this? So it's easier for somebody else. If one of the faculty, staff, students are looking at a page and they see that they have a question about what's there, they can email you immediately and say, hey, is this correct on the page? Okay, so that is the basic structure and design, and I will get into how you create each of these, but this is the basic way that this should be done. And I'm going to accept this, I'm going to save it, and I am going to go to preview mode and show you what it looks like on the real page. Because as you notice, you see how things flow more easily. It's more easy to read. You understand the flow of it. This is for ADA reasons as well, for people with disabilities. They will know exactly that information relates to what paragraph information relates to what heading. The contact information, all on the page. And that's pretty much the structure of it. So that's it for the basic structure. We'll be getting into the editing and a lot of the other features. Going to be quite a few videos on this section because there is a lot of information. So for now, let's save, close, and go.